Part 83. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 822. Chapter 822, if you don't have enough pillows, you need bricks to make up for it. No wonder attacking him with a pillow just now was ineffective. If the pillow attack doesn't work, why don't you try something else? For example, bricks. Tiles. After hearing what the system said, the two were speechless again. They looked at each other. So what are you doing? No weapon used to kill evil spirits can defeat the bearded man. Now you ask us to use bricks. Ye Chen, I think Ben's Huan is okay. Although the bearded man is not an evil spirit, an ordinary person's body cannot bear being beaten by a brick. In addition to the bricks and steel pipes, there are also baseball bats, and the bicycles next to him, they can all be used. Xiao Wu looked around and talked while looking around. He was talking about what he saw. But Ye Chen was not as calm as him. He looked at Xiao Wu and was speechless for a while. Now we are fighting, Xiao Wu, please don't give examples. If you have any weapons at your disposal, grab one quickly. Ye Chen, what weapon do you like? I'll get it for you. Is it bricks or steel pipes? Xiao Wu picked up the weapon and at the same time he couldn't forget Ye Chen. He picked it up and showed it to Ye Chen. Bonzu, Xiao Bonzu, didn't the system say, use Bonzu? What time is it now? You still have to choose a weapon. Hurry up. Whatever you get, throw it to me. Ye Chen blocked the bearded man anxiously, and stretched out his hand to catch the weapon thrown by Xiao Wu. Ye Chen didn't catch anything in his hand, and suddenly felt a pain in his heel. He looked down and saw a brick hitting him on his foot. The heartbreaking pain made Ye Chen tremble. But he ignored it because the bearded man had already rushed over. He squatted down and picked up the brick that hit his foot with one hand, and threw it forward with the other. When he passed by, the brick hit the bearded man's head. A trail of blood immediately left on the bearded man's head. He had to stop. The bearded man reached out and touched his forehead. When he saw that it was full of blood, he immediately looked at it angrily. Ye Chen rushed over crazily. This frightened Ye Chen, because the brick, the only weapon in his hand, had been thrown over. He had nothing in his hand now. If he fought the bearded man with bare hands, he would not be able to fight at all. However, because of his size and body shape, the bearded man was much stronger than him. Just when the bearded man was about to rush to Ye Chen dodged to the side, but the bearded man was even more agile than him. Ye Chen turned to the left, he turned to the left, Ye Chen turned to the right, and he turned to the right. Seeing that he could not get rid of the bearded man, Ye Chen could only squat down and protect his head with his hands, but the unexpected pain didn't come. Ye Chen only heard a bang, and something fell to the ground. He raised his head and looked up. The bearded man was lying on the ground, and Xiao Wu was holding a steel pipe and looking at him happily. Ye Chen, let me tell you that you made the wrong choice of weapon. Drills are useless at all, but steel pipes are better. Once you swing them, they will stop moving with a thud. Oh my god, you scared me to death. Okay, you are awesome, you are the best. Ye Chen was still in shock. He patted his chest with his hand to calm himself down, because although the bearded man fell down, they did not find the evil spirit that controlled this time. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 823. Chapter 823 The spoon gets bigger. Discover the evil spirit. It stands to reason that when the bearded man fell, the evil spirit should appear, but Ye Chen and Xiao Wu looked left and right, but still didn't find anything. Could it be that the evil spirits saw that we were too strong and did not dare to show up, so they hid? Haha, I never thought that I, Xiao Wu, would be frightened by evil spirits one day. Xiao Wu smiled, as if he looked down on evil spirits from the bottom of his heart. However, this smile did not last long and was interrupted by a roaring voice. "You dare to hurt my slave, I will kill you." The hoarse voice was accompanied by gusts of cold wind, but Ye Chen and Xiao Wu still didn't find the evil spirit. "Ye Chen, have you seen it?" "Why didn't I see anything? Can evil spirits be invisible?" I was a little scared listening to this terrifying sound. Xiao Wu didn't joke because of his legs. Under the breeze, his pants were trembling rapidly, just like his legs were trembling. Not only Xiao Wu, but Ye Chen also didn't look at it. Yes, but he always felt that the evil spirit was beside them, but they didn't see it. But he didn't believe that the evil spirit had the ability to be invisible, because if that was the case, then the two rookies would definitely not be able to kill them. But the system, I have already said that this evil spirit is only an intermediate evil spirit and does not have such great abilities at all, so they must have overlooked something, or this evil spirit is too cunning and deliberately hides where they cannot see to scare them. "Xiao Wu, now is not the time to joke. It must be hidden. We will find it if we search carefully. Hold your spoon in your hand and be ready to attack at any time. The steel pipe I just owned is very mature. It's a pity that it can't kill evil spirits. But the kid in my hand is too small. If I use it to kill evil spirits, it must be in close combat. If I do it in close combat, I may be killed by ugly evil spirits. My legs were weak from fear. It would be nice if my weapons could get bigger too." Xiao Wu was fiddling with his spoon as he spoke. As soon as he finished speaking, his spoon suddenly became half a meter long. Xiao Wu was so surprised that he showed Ye Chen his transformed spoon. "Ye Chen, look, my spoon can also transform. I want to be bigger and bigger." The spoon weapon grew bigger and bigger under Xiao Wu's wish, until it was taller than his height, like a spear, but the hairy end was not a gun, but a container that could hold things. Xiao Wu looked at the spoon that was taller than himself and was very excited. Although the spoon was very heavy, it continued to flip in his hand. Xiao Wu instantly took the spoon and swung it. "The boy is really good at it. But, Xiao Wu, we should look for the evil spirit first, right?" Ye Chen was very speechless. At this time, Xiao Wu was still in the mood to play there. However, he did not hesitate and continued to look for the evil spirit. Suddenly he looked over on a tree and found. Between the branches and leaves there seemed to be something shining in the room. Ye Chen didn't say anything. He turned his head and pulled Xiao Wu's clothes and pointed at the tree with his finger. "Oh, you mean that shiny thing on the tree? It's like the eye of the evil spirit I killed by the lake." You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 824. Chapter 824, Luring Out Evil Spirits. Xiao Wu's taunting skill. After getting Xiao Wu's confirmation, Ye Chen became even more convinced that there was an evil spirit there. However, the pillow was too light to throw over, and Xiao Wu's spoon had become taller than him, making it difficult to throw over. But if you want to kill the evil spirit, you must let him come down and be close enough to them. They can't climb trees, right? Even if they can climb trees, there is no way they can catch up with the evil spirit at the speed at which it floats. However, judging from the evil spirit's hiding state, this evil spirit is indeed not that powerful. It just dares to use other things from a distance to scare them. But how can we lure the evil spirits down? It is indeed a problem for Xiao Wu and Ye Chen. Xiao Wu smiled at Ye Chen and took 2 steps forward to the tree. "Look at me." Ye Chen didn't know what Xiao Wu was going to do, but no matter what method it was, they had to give it a try, otherwise they could only watch the evil spirit on the tree without being able to kill him. But Ye Chen did not expect that next Xiao Wu's behavior when he came down shocked him. Evil spirit, you bastard, coward, stinky hooligan, what the hell are you doing hiding in a tree if you dare to be a shy turtle? It's better if you come down and we fight each other, one of us picks you, or you pick two of us, and we fight it out. Ah, of course, you are gender neutral, so we can't compete with you. We should say a showdown, but in a showdown you will definitely lose, otherwise you wouldn't be able to hide far away in the tree and dare not come down. You made the environment here so terrifying before. I thought you were very capable, but it turned out to be nothing more than that. Well. Xiao Wu still wanted to speak, but a terrifying roar interrupted him. The eye on the tree glared at Xiao Wu fiercely, but Xiao Wu had no intention of stopping just like that. You can shout but I can't. Is it louder than your voice? To be honest, you can use your loud voice, but I can buy a speaker anywhere, and the sound of the speaker can amplify my voice countless times. When you are blown away, you don't even know how you were blown away. Why are you still not convinced? If you are not convinced, you can only endure it. If you glare at me, I won't lose any flesh. If you glare at me again, I will still have to show you. As for you, you can only hide in the tree and be angry silently, because you don't dare to come down. For me, a person who has only killed an evil spirit once, I am quite proud that you are so scared. After all, you can make an evil spirit come down. It's only because of my ability that evil spirits are so afraid of me. But then again, having you, a coward, be afraid of me is not something to be proud of. But the next time I meet an evil spirit, I tell him that there was a time when the evil spirit was so scared by me that he could only hide in a tree. I don't know if he will laugh at you, but I will definitely laugh at you. Enough. The evil spirit's cry was louder and more terrifying than last time. He couldn't bear it any longer. He flew down from the tree and rushed towards Xiao Wu. The evil spirit was faster than Xiao Wu. I don't know how fast it was, but Xiao Wu didn't have time to wave his big spoon and the evil spirit had already flown in front of him. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 825. Chapter 825, Work together to kill the intermediate evil spirits. Xiao Wu saw the evil spirit appearing in front of him, and he was so frightened that he shouted. Help! Ye Chen, please save me, I am really frightened to the point of weakness this time, I don't want to die yet. He is so ugly and disgusting. Please help me. Of course there is no need for Xiao Wu to say more. Ye Chen has already been prepared. When the evil spirit rushed towards Xiao Wu, he had already raised the pillow in his hand. But the evil spirit's attention was all on Xiao Wu. He ran directly towards Xiao Wu without even looking at Ye Chen. This also gave Ye Chen a chance. Although the evil spirit was very fast, it swung hard when Ye Chen was already prepared. When the evil spirit was about to touch Xiao Wu, he was touched by a pillow, and the evil spirit yelled unwillingly. Ah! Then the black smoke slowly dissipated. Seeing that there was no sound, Xiao Wu slowly raised his head and found that there was nothing there. Then he turned around and looked around. In the afternoon, I saw Ye Chen standing next to me, and I understood that Ye Chen had killed the evil spirit and saved me. Xiao Wu happily hugged Ye Chen's shoulders. Ye Chen, thank you, you are still the most reliable. You are quite reliable, after all, without you. It's impossible for evil spirits to come down from the tree. It's because your verbal attacks are too powerful. Verbal attack is too light a word. I was clearly using a weapon just now. Xiao Wu glanced at Ye Chen mysteriously, making Ye Chen look confused. Weapon? Didn't Xiao Xiao just say unpleasant words for a long time to provoke the evil spirit? Where are the weapons? Xiao Wu looked. Seeing Ye Chen's confused face, he smiled mysteriously. How could the powerful Ye Chen not know what kind of weapon this is? Then let me tell you, the great Xiao Wu, the weapon I just used was a mouth gun. Talkative. Listening to Xiao Wu's words, Ye Chen was speechless for a while. What kind of weapon is talk? Only Xiao Wu can think of this, right? Now that we have dealt with this evil spirit, let's go home. Xiao Wu said as he walked towards the door. Ye Chen also followed, and the two of them returned home. As soon as they got home, they both lay down on the sofa because they were really tired today. Ye Chen helped Xiao Wu move, and then they went everywhere to kill evil spirits. It was really a day of running around and tired. Just as the two of them were sitting on the sofa and Geu was lying down, a gentle voice rang in his mind. Stand up. Congratulations to Ye Chen and his partner for working together to kill the intermediate evil spirit. The weapon is at 30. Please choose to redeem the reward. A simple sentence made the tired two people jump up from the sofa with excitement. Ye Chen, our weapon value has increased by 30, which is really great. Xiao Wu, we agreed before that you will redeem the reward this time. What do you want? Although he was very excited, Ye Chen still remembered what he said before. He had redeemed the rewards for the evil spirits he had killed before. He felt that this was unfair to Xiao Wu, so this time the rewards were redeemed by Xiao Wu. Xiao Wu was also unceremonious and happily flipped back and forth in the redemption dialog box. What I choose to redeem is, Ye Chen's lifespan. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 826. Chapter 826 Brothers who are friends in life and death. The lifespan exchange was successful, and Ye Chen's lifespan was increased by 30 days. What? Redeem my lifespan, but this time I should redeem it for the reward you like. Ye Chen was very surprised. He didn't know why Xiao Wu. He exchanged the reward for his lifespan, but this time it was Xiao Wu who should exchange it for the reward he liked. Facing Ye Chen's doubts, Xiao Wu just laughed. The lifespan of 30 days is what I like. I now feel that the Jinshan evil spirit is quite fun, and I don't want you to die so early. Your lifespan will be extended, and our good partners can eliminate the evil spirit for a long time. Only then can we be a good partner for a long time. After all, this meal tonight can't be for free, and you can't let your treat be in vain. I always have to give something in return, right? What Xiao Wu said, Ye Chen understood what he was thinking. He could only say silently in his heart, thank you countless times. It was already past 10 o'clock. After all, the two of them had been busy all day, so after taking a shower after that, they each went back to their rooms to sleep. But Ye Chen lay in the room and couldn't fall asleep for a long time. There were really too many things going on today. He had never felt such a close relationship with Xiao Wu before today. They are just good friends, but today's experience made Ye Chen feel that they should be friends of life and death. Ye Chen silently thought in his heart that Xiao Wu should be the best brother in his life. Although, today's Ye Chen had gone through a lot, and Ye Chen was also thinking a lot, however, the sleepiness came up, and no one could stop it. Under the attack of sleepiness, Ye Chen could no longer bear it, and finally fell into a deep sleep. The next day, when the alarm clock on the table rang, Ye Chen clapped it without opening his eyes. He hadn't slept enough, and he didn't want to get up. He didn't think it was anything when he was busy yesterday, but after falling asleep, he had been dreaming all night, and the moment he was woken up by the alarm clock, he felt that his legs were a little sore. He still needed to rest, and he still needed to sleep. After turning off the alarm clock, Ye Chen turned over. He wanted to continue sleeping, but he felt that his left hand seemed to hit something hard. It was impossible to have a hard thing, his bed. Although it was not as soft as a high-end bed, the bed was covered very thickly by him. There wouldn't be anything hard. Because he couldn't figure it out, Ye Chen suddenly woke up. He opened his eyes and found another figure on the bed. The figure was facing away from him, sleeping soundly. Chen suddenly woke up. Sitting up, he turned the figure with his back to him. It turned out to be Xiao Wu, but when did Xiao Wu come to his bed? Moreover, they both returned to their own rooms last night. He was sleeping. Although he couldn't figure out why, this scene made him a little embarrassed. Chen quickly got dressed and walked out of the bedroom. He didn't want to wake up so early, but Chen had no choice but to go into the kitchen to find something to eat. There is nothing edible in the kitchen except for the various sweet sauces with strange flavors placed by Xiao Wu. Looks like I have to do it myself. Marvin toasted 2 pieces of bread and fried eggs. He made 2 simple breakfasts. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 827. Chapter 827 Abandoned Old Building. Weird phenomenon. At first. Although we have agreed to cook Xiao Wu, we can't let him cook 3 meals a day. And Xiao Wu hasn't woken up yet. He can't wake Xiao Wu up, just like he will lose his temper if someone wakes him up when he is sleeping well. Don't do to others what you don't want others to do to you. He didn't want to be disturbed when he was sleeping, and he was too embarrassed to wake Xiao Wu up now. However, he can't wait hungry for Xiao Wu to get up and cook. He might have fainted from hunger long ago. Putting 2 simple breakfast sets on the dining table, Chen sat down and ate slowly. Breakfast has been prepared, Chen is really a virtuous man. Then I'm welcome. Xiao Wu simply washed up and then started to eat breakfast. After the 2 of them finished breakfast slowly, they returned to the living room and sat on the sofa to watch TV. Chen had the habit of watching the news in the morning, because Xiao Wu also had free time. Nothing happened, so I watched TV with Chen. The TV was reporting that there would always be many things falling around an abandoned 2nd floor. And these falling things were all items on the 2nd floor. I always thought it was some naughty child or teenager who did these things. But until all the things on the 2nd floor were thrown away, what fell on the 2nd floor began to turn into bricks, lime, and cracked tiles. If it is normal for these things to fall out of an abandoned old building, but if the same number of things fall down every day, it would be very unbelievable. So many people began to guess that there must be something hidden in that abandoned building. Human things, doing some destructive things, otherwise there is no way to explain these things. Out of curiosity, many people have searched for secrets and adventures in the abandoned 2nd floor, but they found nothing. Xiao Wu, what do you think of this place? Chen, you don't need to ask me, are you very interested in this place and want to go to this place, or do you think that the people doing these things in this place are evil spirits rather than humans? I will accompany you wherever you want to go. Anyway, idle is idle. Xiao Wu did not say what he thought about the events in that place, but directly said that if Chen wanted to go, he would accompany him. This sentence moved Chen to a certain extent. Who can do that? Saying such words. Then you have to trust the other party. This is simply giving your back to the other party unconditionally. Hey, Chen, what's your expression? You won't be moved, right? I haven't finished speaking yet. I will accompany you wherever you go, but there is one condition. When you come back, you must taste my sweet sauce. I had a new idea last night and I want to try it when I get back today. Try it, what do you think? At first, he was still a little touched. After hearing Xiao Wu's words, Chen suddenly felt cold. The sweet sauce Xiao Wu made was simply a nightmare in his life. But Xiao Wu used sweet sauce to make a deal with him, so that Chen I don't feel so entangled anymore. I think this 2nd floor has passed the test, so how about we go and take a look now? I think before going, I should ask the gentle voice in my head to see if he has any hints. Chen was in a hurry to go, but Xiao Wu reminded him, So Ye Chen asked in his mind. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 828. Chapter 828 Go out easily. Fight more powerful evil spirits. Hi, is the system here? What do you think of that abandoned second floor? Any tips? You can tell that evil spirits are at work. Do you still need my tips? Well, I have a hint, that is, it is more powerful than the intermediate evil spirit last night. Be careful. It's even more powerful than the evil spirit last night, so forget it, I won't go. Otherwise, if you don't kill the evil spirit by then, and the evil spirit kills you instead, it will be a big loss. That evil spirit is not that powerful, but it is more powerful than the evil spirit last night. You still have the ability to kill him. However, I still have a little tip, you must not let him know that you killed the evil spirit last night. If you have the ability to kill, of course you should go. After all, the more powerful you are, the more rewards you will get. If there is an evil spirit, go away, so you don't have to count how many days each reward is, and worry about when the lifespan will end. If he keeps killing evil spirits every day, his life will be endless. Because Xiao Wu had no objection and the system told him that they had the ability to calculate evil spirits, Ye Chen decided to go to the abandoned second floor to have a look. Now that they were full of wine and food, the two of them packed their weapons and went out to the abandoned second floor mentioned on TV. But this time when he went out, Ye Chen no longer worried that his weapon pillow would give him strange looks. Because since last night, in addition to being able to enlarge, his pillow can also be shrunk to look like a key pendant. Ye Chen conveniently put the pillow into his pocket. It feels so good to be able to go out so easily. I will no longer be laughed at by people on the street, thinking I am crazy. Ye Chen walked out of the community happily, and no one on the road looked at him strangely. At this time, all the eyes that looked over were attracted by the two handsome boys. At least that's what Ye Chen thought. Because the abandoned second floor was far away from their community, Ye Chen and Xiao Wu took a taxi. But when the driver heard that they were going to the abandoned second floor, there was a hint of helplessness in his eyes. You young people, I don't know what you are thinking about all day long. How can there be anything evil in that abandoned second floor? At a glance, you can tell that someone did it deliberately to trick you young people into going there. There is no doubt that if the driver can say such a thing, he must have attracted a lot of people going there. It seems that there are quite a few people going there to join in the fun, but the two of them are not there to join in the fun, they are to kill the evil spirits. If they kill the evil spirits this time, there will be peace in the future. Seeing that the two people did not answer his words, the driver asked again. I said, why do you young people become addicted to that place? As for drivers, Ye Chen and Xiao Wu have long been accustomed to it. Drivers talk too much, which has long been a common problem in this industry. And for drivers who talk too much, you must respond to him. If you don't respond to him, he will express his opinions on this matter along the way. Ye Chen understands this very well. Would you believe me if I said we were here to solve this matter? Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 829. Chapter 829 The veteran driver tells the story of the horrific incident. Listening to what Ye Chen said, the driver glanced at him through the rearview mirror, his face full of disbelief. Then he started with his unique insights starting from his own experience. In fact, I think the abandoned second floor is man-made. Look, a fixed number of things fall around the second floor every day. It must be premeditated. If it was an evil thing causing trouble, they could just destroy it indiscriminately, but what about the quantity? What if that evil thing is an evil thing with obsessive-compulsive disorder? Xiao Wu asked with a smile. When the driver heard Xiao Wu's question, he suddenly started thinking seriously. Finally he fell asleep and stopped talking. But after a while, he suddenly understood and his eyes lit up. Evil things are obsessive-compulsive disorder. Why didn't I think of that? Oops, what an oversight. I've taken so many people there these days, but I didn't even think that he might have obsessive-compulsive disorder. But if the evil thing is obsessive-compulsive disorder, then I have to remind you, two young men. Today happens to be the 15th day of the lunar calendar. The abandoned two-story building on the 15th day of the lunar calendar last month was not as simple as just a few bricks and ashes falling. What the driver said surprised Ye Chen. It seems that this driver knows a lot. He must ask clearly. The more he knows now, the less he will suffer. Master, what terrible thing happened on the abandoned second floor on the 15th day of the month? Facing Ye Chen's question, the driver seemed to have expected that he would ask this question, and immediately answered meaningfully. No wonder there are so few people going there today. On normal days, I would have received orders to go to the abandoned second floor starting at 7 a.m. today. It's almost 9 a.m. before you go out. It turns out that today is the lunar calendar. 15, I have forgotten. I remember that on the 15th of last month, after I took the young people who were going to the abandoned second floor, I thought there were many people here and there were few drivers, so I decided to wait there for a while and then bring a group of people back. At this point, the driver suddenly turned around and looked at Ye Chen and Xiao Wu seriously, which shocked Ye Chen and Xiao Wu. The driver thought that his expression scared Ye Chen and Xiao Wu, so he laughed. Is my ordinary expression scary? What happened on the 15th day of the lunar calendar last month was truly terrifying. No, driver, look quickly, there is a car in front of you. Ye Chen reminded hurriedly. The driver was indeed enthusiastic, but he was too enthusiastic. How could they be afraid of his scary expression? If a person drives the car well and suddenly turns around, he won't be afraid if you say it's scary or not. Is there any danger? Hearing the warning, the driver calmly and slowly turned around with a beautiful wave of his hand, and calmly bypassed the car in front. Fortunately, the driver did not look back, but looked in the rearview mirror. After looking at Ye Chen and Xiao Wu, he continued. That day, people in the abandoned second floor screamed loudly. It is no exaggeration to say that it was like ghosts crying and wolves howling. But when they walked out of the second floor, they changed their faces and they all laughed. What are we talking about? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 830. Chapter 830 Arriving at the abandoned second floor. Find the evil spirit. It's like nothing happened. It was completely different from their previous state on the abandoned second floor. At that time, I just thought that maybe they were playing a prank out of boredom. But then I thought about it, that was not the case. That day was indeed different from other times. Nothing fell that day, but I remember that there were all kinds of weird noises coming from the second floor. If there wasn't someone inside, I would have thought it was haunted. It's haunted, Master Driver. Now in a scientific and civilized society, how can it be haunted? Boy, you are still too young. There are many things in the world that cannot be explained by science. How do you think those things happened? After the driver finished speaking, a meaningful smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. During this long journey, under the enthusiastic explanation of the driver, Ye Chen and Xiao Wu almost understood what happened on the abandoned second floor. A lot of people. Finally, they arrived at their destination. Before Ye Chen and Xiao Wu got off the car, the driver kindly reminded them again. Are you two guys sure you want to go in? I have said all this to tell you that today is particularly dangerous. And besides you, there should be no one else coming. It's best if there's no one else, just the two of us, that's how peaceful it is. We don't want to hear a lot of people crying and howling together. When the driver heard what Ye Chen said, he was still a little uneasy. He asked again. Do you need me to wait for you here? If you find anything wrong after entering the abandoned second floor, run out immediately. I will pull you and run into the city as fast as possible, so that you will not be in danger. This is good, as it saves us from not knowing how to go back after we come out. Then I'll leave it to you, driver. Xiao Wu said with a smile. When Ye Chen heard what Xiao Wu said, he frowned and whispered in his ear. What if we were hit by the driver while we were killing evil spirits? The driver is also kind-hearted. Let him wait here so that we can have a car when we come out. Wouldn't it be nice to get the best of both worlds? Xiao Wu still said with a smile, but Ye Chen just glared at him and did not stop him again. The two of them entered the abandoned second floor. Sure enough, as the driver said, there was no one on the second floor, only the two of them. Because people come every day, there are countless messy footprints on the ground on the second floor. And there is nothing inside. There is still a big hole in the north wall. Bricks and ash blocks that fell around the second floor. It should have fallen from here. Although the place mentioned in the news was very strange, Ye Chen and Xiao Wu checked all the rooms on the abandoned second floor and found nothing unusual. Is there no evil spirit here that is really caused by man-made destruction? Xiao Wu said in confusion. Because this place looks ordinary, except for people's messy footprints, nothing is found at all. If the evil spirits are hiding somewhere, it is even more impossible, because all the rooms here are there was a clear view, and there was no hiding place at all. Ye Chen also felt a little incredible. This abandoned second floor was really too clean, and it didn't look like there was an evil spirit at all. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 831. Chapter 831, Evil spirits also have feelings. It can be said that the evil spirits have no purpose here. What is he doing here? There is nothing here to satisfy him. If we talk about the primary evil spirits we encountered before, they came into contact with humans hoping to gain energy through destruction, but there was nothing here and there was no way to gain energy. If there really is an evil spirit here, would the destruction he caused just be throwing bricks downstairs? In this case, he would not be able to obtain energy at all, so his purpose of staying on the second floor would not be valid at all. Could it be that this evil spirit has feelings for this abandoned second floor? Thinking of this, Ye Chen suddenly realized. Xiao Wu, I understand. I finally understand that the evil spirits here mentioned by the system are more powerful than the intermediate evil spirits we encountered yesterday. The evil spirit here stays in this abandoned second floor not to gain energy, but maybe for a feeling. For a feeling, Ye Chen, are you kidding me? How can an evil spirit have feelings? Could it be that he likes this place, likes an abandoned house? But if the evil spirit liked this abandoned house, why did he demolish it? And to throw away everything in this house, is this illogical and unreasonable? Although Xiao Wu usually smiles and doesn't look too serious, when faced with problems, he analyzes them in a clear and logical way. Unless, what does he want to find when he demolishes this place? But what does he want to find? Want to find a special brick? Xiao Wu, you are really too smart. Maybe he really just wants to find a special brick. Let's just assume that he is looking for a special brick. He must be looking for something special when he stays here. Ye Chen was extremely excited. Now they have analyzed the purpose of the evil spirit here. The next thing will be much simpler. Moreover, today may be a special day for the evil spirit. The reason why he was here before, what he does that scares people on this day, is that he doesn't want anyone to come here today. The evil spirits don't want anyone to come here, but Ye Chen and Xiao Wu just came here. So today should be the best time to kill the evil spirits day. Xiao Wu stood in the corridor, pacing back and forth, but thinking. Suddenly Xiao Wu raised his head and looked at Ye Chen seriously. Ye Chen, if our guess just now is true, then this evil spirit is likely to be able to control this house. It is really controlling, and it does not cause injuries like the evil spirit last night. It seems that our kill today it's not as easy as we thought. No matter what, since we are all here, we must complete the task. Ye Chen said calmly, he didn't want to be a deserter, and the reward for this evil spirit must be more than the evil spirit last night. If converted into lighting time, it might be 40 days, 50 days, or 60 days or more. Wouldn't that make a lot of money? The more Ye Chen thought about it, the more beautiful he felt. The more Ye Chen thought about it, the stronger his desire to kill the evil spirit became. The fear and worry in his heart were because of this. The excitement slowly disappeared. Xiao Wu was much calmer than Ye Chen, because he didn't have any reward he wanted. He came with Ye Chen purely for fun.